Ladies and gentlemen, we're back into the action. We're kicking us off straight into Anomaly Gaming, Outbreak Gaming here. It is going to be a fantastic one here around 3 semi-finals here as well. Opportunity for them to go up against Carolina Reapers, who will go in the winners final, who will be progressing. We're about to find out. Anomaly Gaming, obviously seed number 1 going into this shifty. Will they show why they are seed number 1?
Yeah, they just might. I mean, obviously, Blackheart, a very sub-heavy map, and definitely can be swayed very easily with some great plays like that from Highs. Oh my goodness, he's running amok in the spawn. We just got on stream. You need to chill out. He's already 6-0 for the side of Anomaly Gaming. 37 and counting for P1. What a hot start for Anomaly.
This is what I'm trying to do. He's auditioning for Stallions and he's not getting picked up. He's annoyed, he's frustrated, he wants to show why he should be there, but face it, don't care for him. He's 8-0 and they're 46 to 1 up in the first hard point. It is just unbelievable. The second hard point obviously popped here as well, and they're taking control of that around the map. Just slaying power is unbelievable. A 10 in a row to start. Somebody sign him up.
Is anyone going to kill Highs here? He's 10, now 11-0. You cannot switch off of him until he dies. He is on an absolute tear, trying to make it a 12th. Yes, he does. He's got teammates over towards the side, but won't be able to do anything, as we finally saw Outbreak get a smidgen of time over on this P2, but Highs coming out with a super hot start. 12-1 is he. Anomaly trying to run away with this game as soon as possible. They said, hey, we got other stuff to do. We want to be in winter semis. Let's do it right here, right now.
Yeah, I think we just have to replace the IS with an M, because he is him. That is definitely him. Oh my god, not the IS, the ENS. Oh my god, my bad. I can't even spell. That's how excited I was. 12-1? Like, what is that all about?
That's how you start in a pub, not in the winners round 3 of a LAN, as Anomaly stacking time, 93-12. The side Outbreak Gaming, every single player double negative almost, minus Groovy now, and 6-9 is he, with only 1 second in the hill, as we're seeing WASD, Wazd, he's going to take a kill, and now the rest of the Outbreak Gaming squad going to try and converge. They will be able to take some time here, 19, 20, 21 seconds, with scrap time really here on this hard point as we're getting ready to rotate again. We'll see who takes the early rotations in that initial time.
Early rotations and all the game is already set up there. You're gonna have Highs running around the map. Actually went on a 12-1, right? And now he's 12-4. It's just a different story. It's like he starts off strong. Is he gonna be able to keep that momentum up? Ante in the back finds one. Highs is shut down again. Ante gets shut down from Groovy, but is back and forward in that kill feed, and it is still going to be in control of Anomaly Gaming here. The difference is only 60 points considering the way that they started as well. Very dominant from Anomaly, but can they keep control of the hard point? Shut down back and forward, but it is still going to be in the favor of Outbreak Gaming for a few moments later. We will be heading to P5 very soon. Scrap more time. 30 seconds still to go, though. You can still fight for this if you're Outbreak and you're doing well to keep the momentum going and keep the kills going your way.
Yeah, after a 100-1 basically start for the side of Anomaly, Outbreak has really brought this back. I mean, to within a respectable deficit, 50-ish points, now 60, as P4 getting ready to finish, as we will have one more hill. P5 does pop over here, and it looks like, once again, Anomaly Gaming going to absolutely swarm the spawn of Outbreak, and they're going to try and force those out. They now have the spawns and the initial for P5.
Oh, looks like he's got it back on flow straight state for a second. There's 6 more kills in a row for Highs, but now shut down. And only Gaming with a good lead, 80 points of the margin so far, and in control of P5, ready to try and get more time. Not that they need as much time. They've got 40 seconds. The players are all spawning through mid-map and trying to get back into the time, but that's an extra 10 seconds for nothing, really, because they don't have to put any gunfights up.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, and this P5 is really hard to break because of where it is located. You pretty much have to break through the middle or the opposite side of the map, and we're seeing Outbreak finally able to get a little bit of control in this P5, down almost 100 points, though. Anomaly really setting themselves up for success, as we will be getting ready to go into this second rotation of hard points. And look at that mini-map, already all orange across the middle. Anomaly ready to set up and take some time.
is looking to try and get to 30 kills before most players are getting to 20 kills in this lobby. That's just how ridiculous it's becoming. But he's on a 4 streak once again, 26 and 8. Holden, he's even got a wee bit of time in that hard point, even though he's doing the slaying power. He's also getting objective kills and objective points, building up the team. Just looking to try and get back to that 100-point lead as they already have and pushing through that time. But that's going to be 3 dead in the feed here for Outbreak Gaming. They're going to get the chance, but Hal makes a mistake. They keep control of the hard point for the final 30 seconds potentially as we head towards P2 soon, which is going to be still in favour of Anomaly for that spawns. But how much longer? Because you're seeing the rotate from the back. Hayes goes the other direction. The spawns are going to be the opposite way, and Anomaly are going to have to fight through the hard point and through towards P2.
I would have had an absolute freak out if Highs got that 2-piece right there. That would have been insane. Utilizing the wall jump while ADS'd and shooting, unbelievable. But we're seeing some fantastic play from the side of Anomaly Gaming. Outbreak really kind of struggling here in this hard point as P2 is up, popped and ready. As we lost feed for a second, we are back. Okay, WASD on your screen. Gonna try and hold down these spawns for the side of Outbreak. This one is a really big money hill. If you can hold down these spawns, you can easily string together 30 or 40 seconds, but they're gonna have to stop the offensive from Anomaly to do that.
Yeah, and Anomaly are trying to push through P4 side of things, trying to get their way in to find the kills. They also find Highs on side. Well, you know what the break is in. They get in control. Just shy of 100 points here for Outbreak Gaming, but it is still a 100-point lead here for Anomaly as they get past that 200-point margin, holding on for dear life. Our Outbreak Gaming, can they get past that 100-point? They don't want to be 100-point club. They were close in their hard point in their first map of the day, 250 to 231. They beat Shinto Gaming, but at this moment in time, Anomaly are definitely running away with things here.
Yes, they are. 220 by the time the hard point is over, almost 218 to 99 as P3 has arrived for the third rotation. You got Perp on your screen. He's going to be the designated spawn getter for right now, and he's working wonders right now for the side of Anomaly. They're all spawning up, and now Outbreak having to traverse across the map. Granted, it is a small map, but even then, you spawn out, you're giving them 5, 10, 15 seconds in chunks here. And if you're Outbreak, you can't have that. 230 and counting, now 240 for the side of Anomaly. They're 10 seconds away from finishing this. They're not going to be able to traverse across the map in enough time. Anomaly's going to take this by what looks like, no, maybe not. Maybe not for a second.
Oh, can't win that gunfight. That's going to be
is.
crucial, ladies. Second, but it's done. Anomaly Gaming 250. What was that to 900 and what? 100 maybe?
110, I believe. 110, I think.
100,
100 flat. 100 flat.
100. Fantastic.
That never happens. That never happens. That is the epitome of a 100-point club. You had 100 points.
Right,
I don't know if I.
What was
I don't know if
highest
I've
40
seen
and what? Did he get to
yeah. I don't know. It was close. 34 and 15.
34. Ah, no, okay, not close. Not
Holy
close,
cow.
Double positive and start with that 12 kills in a row to start us off in the map was disgusting. That is just unbelievable start. That is definitely, like you said, a pub match start.
Yeah, I mean, 34 and 15 with 29 non-traded kills. I always harp on the non-traded kills because, again, the longer you can stay alive, the more you can be effective for your team. So well over 80% of his kills not getting traded. I mean, you just can't have that. And when you start on the backs of a 12-1 start, that is a pub match for him. So what a fantastic showing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking for it. Yeah, halfway there. Almost, right? So what a fantastic game for the side of Anomaly. I mean, really just flexing their muscles. As we do have a bit of a second here, so we can go over the best of 5 map pool. We have Blackheart, and then we have Raid. We get to see a Raid S&D, which I'm sure everybody will love. Then we have Den for Overload, and then we got a double exposure should we need them.
Double exposed. Oh, no. That's it. That's a fair ending, to be fair. Double exposure could be an interesting one in the end if we get there. Started off and finished that round there. Pretty much the epitome of almost a 100-point club, just there on the verge of doing so against what was a very strong Outbreak squad in a hard point, and we're looking good as well. So they've just put like their guns down for most of that time because they were that far ahead. They didn't have to do much, but they just relied on Hayes. They know the work in the back and in and around the hard point. He didn't even need to be anywhere near the action because he was just shutting them down before they got to the hard point. So that was a phenomenal performance from him. You can see why he is looking to be picked up for a team like Stallions as well, if that's the case, and if he does get the opportunity. But we're heading in to that raid search and destroy that you say. We've seen this earlier in the day as well. That was a fantastic one for game one, and it was also once again Outbreak. This must be their pick because they do like a raid.
Yeah, I mean, personally, not my favorite. I love that we get to see it every single time Treyarch makes a Call of Duty, but we are back on raid once again as 4v2 now in favor of Anomaly. Obviously, this defensive side is going to be huge for them. Now a 1v3. It falls very quickly. Groovy trying to escape with his life down the driveway will not be able to. A very quick first round for the side of Anomaly.
Yeah, very quick into the action. I like it. It's flowing. Everything's flowing. We're straight into action. We're straight into round one. It's done so quickly. Hides onto that flank around the back. We'll shut down Groovy to end us off in round one in map two here. And only even we're going to start off to a strong start after their very strong hard point. See what their attacking side of things become for them. Are we going to see some Groovy nice snipes here as well? We're going to see any pull outs of the scope being done. I love to see a good snipe here and there, and that would be great to see on stream because this is the only chance we got. We've not had it for some time in Call of Duty, which is great to watch now.
True, yeah, I'm excited that snipers have come back as well. Two big first bloods for the side of Outbreak, and that bomb has been planted for the side of Anomaly. So now a 4v2 retake needed for Outbreak. Is Highs and Jua going to be able to take one? Now a 2v1 rather. Highs last alive. He is playing the sneaky beaver around the statue. Going to be able to catch one. Will tag him up. Groovy coming for the trade. Highs needs to play his life here. He is stunned. How is he alive? Finally going to get sniffed out by Outbreak, and that is a defensive round that they desperately needed.
Yeah, he played that so well as well, and a few seconds longer, he could have been able to bait time a little bit just to stop it, to maybe get that defusal. But you know, either way, that was a well-earned opportunity for Highs. But unfortunately, had to reload, had to get all that reset, and then go down your push and your momentum. Groovy was coming either way. Kabasi does win that gunfight though and gets the defuse done. So we'll tie things up after round number 2.
That was a big defense for them. I mean, that was a huge defense. I mean, especially coming off of a 250 to 100 loss in hardpoint, just seeing that one in the win column is absolutely important, as now they are back on the offensive side, looking like they're going to begin to favor this A bomb site. Just one player, that is Kabasi, going to be over towards the B site, just probing for information. Is look at Heist in the middle of the map. He's already pushed up into their spawn.
Yeah, a good nade though comes out from Hao here as he does find super perp. The rotation on the back though. Groovy anti finds him, and then Hell finds Jua, and now it's all down to one again. It's all down to Eyes and a 1v4 this time round. He's not going to win. Outbreak go back to back and wins in rounds.
Yeah, the offensive win there from Outbreak was big as well. You really hate to see Highs kind of trapped on an island there. I mean, he looked like he was in a prime position to make a solid flank, but not able to finish off the kills, tagging up, but couldn't finish them off. And his teammates going down obviously kind of leaves him on an island towards the backside, as that's an unfortunate turn of events for the side of Anomaly. But Outbreak winning 2 in a row here. They're back on the defensive. Kabasi on a 3-kill streak. 3-1 is he, leading the way with Hale for the side of Outbreak Gaming, and tied with Highs and Ja for the first in the lobby. But Perp and Ja going to take it straight away.
Yeah, we're just going to watch the deathbed here as decide to come back. Kabasi in a difficult task now as a 1v3 to deal with, but Superperk's going to still put that bomb down even though they have the numbers advantage. You know what? Always give yourself a safety line there. Either way, Kabasi comes for that chow, and it will be shut down. Normally, make it even once again.
Yeah, and we may see that from the side of Anomaly, right? I mean, they got a head full of steam coming off of that 250 to 100 win in hardpoint. I mean, you may just be able to play to your strengths, right, and just fly. And I mean, if that's the case, we may see this S&D end very fast. But Outbreak obviously needing to stay on their P's and Q's and ensure that they watch their angles. But Anomaly may just start flying at them, right? That's exactly what we saw that round. We'll see if they do it again here on this defense.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. See if they can hold up strong this time around and go another round in a row. Or are you going to see the attack going straight through mid this time round, changing things up a little bit? It is going to be Groovy trying to get in through kitchen and through money, but he's going to get tagged up. Joey, Hayes are going to find kills. Hayes finds a second on. Again, stuck in a situation where he's got everything to play and he won't find any of them. He'll be shut down, and Outbreak will lose the third round here, and now it's 3 in a row here for Anomaly.
Yeah, and I mean, what you're looking at, right, is you see highs, the definition of route man gets paid, right? The definition of route man gets paid. Highs has been behind the players of Outbreak Gaming so many times in these first 5 rounds. You saw him string together a 3-piece or a 2-piece rather in mid-map. He has been the route man for the side of Anomaly, and we'll see if that continues here. They are back on the offensive, I believe. So we'll see what bomb site they favor, as we're going to see a B push potentially here for the first time.
Yeah, getting aggressive around here underneath bottom bedside steps if we can. Tiki Bar is always a nice place for a party, but here, if you're an Anomaly, you'll be happy with the parties going in your way. You've got the drinks, you're bringing it to the table, you're bringing the B down. Gonna get that plant done, but WSD does spot highs, but doesn't decide to fire, take any shots there, doesn't want to risk it. There's away that position, Duo finds how, and now he's left on. Outbreak, once again, are down and out of the round. Anomaly, 4-2 up.
Yeah, it was a great round from Anomaly, right? I mean, really leveraging that first blood over towards B, and then the moment you can get that bomb down, all of your teammates can kind of converge around that basketball court area or towards the house over on the opposite side of the map. You can kind of just spread out and watch your flanks, watch all the angles. It was a fantastic job from Anomaly as they string yet another round in a row. We'll see if Outbreak can answer. They did win 2 in a row earlier, so starting with an attacking win here would be a good opportunity to try and knock this game up.
Go, pull it out. Anti. Not seen him find a kill yet, but he's pulled out the sniper, and it's all full guns blazing here around statue. Good highs find. Capacity getting a trade back, but Capacity now in a 1v2 situation. He seems to be the last man standing for Outbreak every single time, but he doesn't live up to winning the gunfights in the end because there's just too much to deal with, and Anomaly Gaming take it to map point.
He really has been the last person alive for Outbreak, I think, like every single round. So, I mean, the poor guy is honestly getting stuck on an island fighting multiple players from Anomaly at the same time. You saw Highs and Jaw get some huge kills there. I believe 7 and 8 and 4, now 8 and 2 for him as well. A 5-kill streak on the side of Anomaly. They're 1 round away from edging this one out and sending us to a map number 3 with a 2-0 lead. They are back on the offensive and favoring this A site. We'll see if they maybe try and go for a quick plant as player number 6 and player number 8 pushing towards their spawn.
Yeah, straight for the laundry, giving themselves lots of map control here, and Anti's going to get the chance to get that bomb down, but nice. And Super Perp, sorry, loses his gunfight in the middle of the map. That's going to give Outbreak opportunity to look over that A bomb site from mid, but can. Easy from Honey, he gets naded out from Groovy. That's the perfect plan. Nade there. WSD wins the gunfight in Office and Anomaly. I've got 1 player left remaining. When it counts, it's not going to work. He gets 1 kill, but traded out in the end. A numbers advantage working out finally for Outbreak.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a huge round win for them to stay alive. And what a nade from Groovy there. I thought for certain we were going to see our first snipe kill with Anti there laying down over by the statue. But to no avail, a nice Kobe frag on the opposite side to get a nice nade kill for him. Outbreak Gaming trying desperately to stay in this game. 5-3. They got to win an offense here, though.
You know what they do, and they've struggled to do so. So let's see. Have they got it in the cards? Have they got the opportunity? 5-3. We've seen it built multiple cards saying there's the curse of the 5-3 curse. Normally have now that 5-3 chance. Whoa, Outbreak. Start winning rounds now, or is it just going to close things out? Highs opens up with the first blood. Knows there's Groovy down there. Going to cook that nade, looking for an opportunity. finish him off, but they managed to escape from where that nade will be placed. Kabasi does find Anthony, so we get back to 3 versus 3.
Yeah, and you see sort of a little bit slower play here into mid from Outbreak. Ja able to take one. Groovy going to trade. Highs trading again. And now guess who? You're right. Who else would it be? Kabasi left in a 1v1. He's playing Ring Around the Rosie. Almost going to get the kill, but not quite. Anomaly going to take it off the backs of a crazy 1v1 win from Perp. 2-0 in the series here after 2 pretty dominant victories.
Yeah, two pretty strong, well shown, put together. Search and Destroy and that hard point, both looking out well for here for Anomaly Gaming. They're showing why they're #1 seed in this competition. They are playing against #4 seed, so there's not a massive disparity in terms of level, but it just shows the difference that a couple of seeds can change, and just the level that Heise is bringing to the table here as well. Just the performance, the positioning, and the gunfights that he's winning as well. He's snapping onto others when it looks like he's almost done, and he just turns on a swivel as if he's got 170 sensitivity instead of 1.7. It's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know how he does it, and I don't know how they react that quickly. My brain at 35 does not switch to jumping in that instance, even with the buttons at the back of my pad. I don't.
Yep, nope. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I can't do it. I'm always in awe when I see people quick turn, and just immediately just like lock on like turn and burn style. I think that's so impressive. But I mean, again, these teams are very close. I mean, Outbreak Gaming going 4-1 in pools yesterday. And Anomaly obviously going 5-0. But again, 2-0 in the series right now. We're going to throw you to a very quick intermission. We will be back with map number 3, Den Overload. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back into the action. We are into Overload. We are in to go on and win a series 3-0. They get the first blood as well, and they will look to try and get momentum forward. EMP does get picked up though. It's going to be Outbreak trying to get that opportunity, but that means it'll get reset, which is always a bonus sometimes when it's mid-map. You don't want to be fighting over mid-map for ages because it's a hard one to take her out from in the get-go.
Yeah, especially on Den, right? That mid-map area is so exposed, and being able to try to make a play over towards the EMP and pick it up is always a tall order, but Outbreak, again, very good job of slaying back out in their base. Got Juo on your screen, going to be able to take 2, as he needs a little bit of help from his teammates. Perp locked down this right side of the map, or bottom side of your mini-map, rather, as trades flying in back and forth, but Anomaly going to be able to take the benefactor of those. The EMP is still down, and now they have it, as they're going to try and work this way over towards potentially A. Everybody from Outbreak now kind of on the back foot here, playing good, solid defense, not trying to overextend too far, but I like the route here from Anomaly going to be.
Yeah, look at that. Kill's going their way, but hell, shoots down Hayes. Anti, though, he's there to trade back, and he's trying to go back and spawn. The kill works out. He's managed to duck behind, and all of a sudden, Anomaly get the detonation done over towards B.
Yeah, it was a fantastic rotation from the side of Anomaly. Obviously, that's the good thing about Overload, right? I mean, you try and make a play over towards A. If it doesn't work, you get caught in their spawn. You can always pivot and rotate across the map, and we saw a fantastic heads-up play from Anomaly there, as it looks like Pert may be able to sneak in here. He does have some players finally from Outbreak going to rotate out of their spawn, so the EMP is down in the Outbreak spawn. You're going to want to see them try and slay out of their spawn here before Anomaly can pick up and turn it into a relay. 1-0 is neither team able to make anything happen with that EMP. It will now reset.
Yeah, reset back over. And I don't like this side, but for some reason they've managed to make it work, and this is going to be the kills that they need to do. Working once again. The second detonation goes in. Anomaly Gaming looking in full control. Highs once again on a streak here, 3 in a row. Jua on 5 in a row. They're looking to keep them pinned back in their spawn so they can relay back and forward with this EMP device. Player number 2, as you see on that minimap over towards that A side, well, it is going to be the kills in the spawn that they're looking for. And if Jua can keep it going, he can. He gets shut down, but guess what? They're a second or like a centimeter away from putting that EMP in again. Hayes wins the gunfight. He's going to pick it himself. Can he run it in? Yes, he can. He's doing it all himself as well. 13 and 7 and a detonation to the table as well.
Oh my gosh, I thought Perp was about to do it to him. I thought we were about to see a crazy two-piece, but instead we will see a full wipe for the side of Anomaly now. They are camped outside of the Outbreak spawn. This is such a difficult spawn trap to break out of if you don't have the slaying advantage. So we got one player trying so desperately close for the side of Anomaly. Will Perp be able to slide it in? Still so close. No. Outbreak with the goal line defense and now potentially able to rotate this EMP out.
Yeah, I thought that was the halftime whistle about to blow there already. With still 1 minute and 34 seconds on the clock, but it's not that far away. But here we go, another chance. Player number 3, Anthony. He's got the pistol out, but he's got to worry about Hayes is just going for that. He doesn't care. He's trying to run that in. Will stop short once again. Now in the defense, holding out for Outbreak.
Yeah, Anomaly Gaming playing like they're late for work here. They are in a hurry trying to get this 4th one in. They want to call game before the round is over. Is Anti on your screen going to take 2 huge kills in and around that shed, as now the EMP has been stopped for a brief moment. But what we've seen is Anomaly have so much forward pressure. If it's not Anti, it's Highs. If it's not Anti or Highs, it's Perp. There's someone constantly in the spawn of Outbreak Gaming, and they have not been able to break out.
This time EMP set into the middle of the map. 3 players going game and it starts to rotate over. Out Hayes going through into the back spawn, going to get the player onto his right hand side. Does do so. Now looks for the players respawn and knows it's going to be the A side, but it is going to be back and forward kill feed here. So Outbreak Gaming are actually in the middle of the map, and Hayes isn't going to see anybody for quite some time until right now when Groovy does get that respawn. He does get 1 kill, and now they are thinking there's a player in our spawn. We need to deal with him.
Yeah, that was honestly a pretty crazy, sneaky streak there from WASD. 18 and 15 is he. He was on a 6-kill streak and was a huge part of them not being able to score that 4th point. Is now Outbreak going to be able to score 3-1 just before time is over. Outbreak trying to claw their way back into this game.
That could be crucial, though. You don't want to be going 4-0 down into halftime, but at least you could pull on 1 back. You're only 2 behind now. 2 to get in this game mode isn't a difficult task to tie it back up, but you're needing 3 minimum to win. The way the Anomaly's been playing so far, though, you do need to make sure that they're not getting any more, because as they start to get a couple, you're well and truly out of the action for the next half. So Anomaly Gaming looking to try and seal the deal here on Overload in fine succession here, as what 3-1 lead so far with the slaying that they're putting out. Once again, everybody is positive. Can't say the same for Outbreak Gaming as it stands so far, but they did manage to sneak that one in near the end.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 players from Outbreak still yet to reach double-digit kills after 5 minutes of gameplay. So the slaying numbers obviously going heavily in favor of Anomaly, and just like that, 2 straight kills, trying to make it 3. Hale will shut that down, though. Jua on the other side going to take a trade for himself. EMP in firmly in the hands of Anomaly as they're trying to break into the spawn. Very wise backing up from the side of Outbreak as they're trying to play defense here. Will take 1, but Anti and company are now in and around this EMP trying to slay out, but will not. Nice defensive hold here from Outbreak, at least for the moment.
This looks like Outbreak doing the 4-man push down over towards this B side of Anomaly Gaming. Heizo is on the flank. He finds
Route
one, he finds
man!
two, and that's all dead in the well. He does the work, and guess what? They'll be able to relay that straight back. Surely, just go towards A site, but there, no, they didn't even realize that everybody's spamming B. Still going to get the opportunity to put that detonation in. It's going to be one Anomaly Gaming.
My God, that was gross from Highs. Continue, keep going, keep going. He gets 6, trying to make it 7, and will. He is running amok in the spawn, trying to make it 8. Jua going to steal that one from him. That was a swaggy 8 kill streak if he could have had it. As, oh my gosh, yeah, the relays are running in now. Anomaly trying to run away with this game.
Yeah, there we go. This is exactly what Outbreak didn't want. A couple of EMPs being detonated for the side of Anomaly. Now you're 4 down instead of just the 2, and it's very much an uphill battle here. 3 minutes and 27 seconds, and you've had Highs slain out in your spawn for some time. You've got to deal with that's 4, that's 5 dead in the feed here. Outbreak Gaming for an opportunity now to go straight towards A, but all 4 players respawning from Anomaly. How quickly can they shut them down? Or Outbreak going to be getting a chance to get another one back? They look like they will. They do. There is a 5 spray as well for Hale, as he does get the opportunity to try and stay there for a second longer, but does get shut down from the back.
Yeah, WASD trying to fight for his life in the opposite spawn. Not going to matter. It will get shut down. That was a great counter play from Outbreak. They finally had a string of aggressive plays that worked out in their favor. Kabasi on your screen going to take out Highs, as now we're stalemated towards the middle of the map. Obviously, we know this area is so open. If a team can get a couple kills together here, like what Groovy has done, they may have been able to move that EMP out, at least try and get it out of the middle of the map, and they will finally do so. Advantage to Outbreak for now.
Yeah, exactly. We would not have thought that from it, and they're going to slide another win. It's 5-3. There's still a chance. Still 2 minutes on the clock here for Outbreak to turn things around. Now we're going to be heading to the top of our mini-map here, and we're looking. 1 player is there, and it is just going to be Groovy. He's going to have 3 players to deal with, but there's a route coming in from Hell, and he finds 1 but doesn't find any more. WSD there does find Anti, and Capacity finds another as well, as we get a chance to try and get towards B once again.
Yeah, very wise from Kabasi to stop here. He needs some help from his teammates. He knows that Anomaly is going to be back here playing heavily towards this B site. Nice, huge kill there, but the stun going to prove too strong, as High's going to take 2 and stop the offensive from Outbreak. I thought for certain that we may have seen a 4th point there, but the defense from Anomaly too strong. 36 and 20 is High's right now.
Yeah, he is just absolutely gliding through the map and just picking 1 player off every single time. And then you're seeing multiple times where you're getting 2 or 3 in the feed straight away, and there's 5 in a row from him. Because now they're getting that opportunity. Highs with the pistol out as well. He's still winning gunfights, and he's still looking to try and get that detonation. He slides in, but not going to make it. It will be stopped just at the end there. The goal line will be managed to swap around, and they start to kind of rotate the other side of the map and look for Outbreak to try and get back. They need 1 done, and at least in this next 20 seconds for the chance to try and tie things up afterwards.
Yeah, I like this play from Outbreak, trying to flip the map and maybe stretch Anomaly thin if they can, but Highs here on the EMP making all the noise. Is going to get dropped, though. 3 players now, 4 players from Anomaly. They may be able to score this here.
This is why I love this game mode already. The overall unbelievable excitement. We are now 5-4, 35 seconds. There's a chance. Outbreak Gaming need to win some gunfights though to try and push up that EMP and at least gain control of it for that added time.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting dangerously close, right? I mean, you need to be able to string something together here in the next 3 seconds. That's a huge 2 down, trying to make it 3, but cannot. Anti gonna potentially save the game for Anomaly, now pushed up into the Outbreak spawn. Gonna see if he can make some noise. Kabasi gonna be able to take him down. You do get the additional 30 seconds for overtime if you do have the EMP in your possession. So not panic mode yet. Outbreak does have a little bit of time to try and work something out here.
Yeah, no, they just need to be clinical here. You can't allow Capacity to fall. You have to support him. It is like protect the carrier at all costs. Highs finds 1 though. Now he has to switch back around the other side, and Highs once again finds another gunfight win, and he's going to find a player on well, and Capacity is going to be shut down by none other than Highs. We'll take your win here in Overload in a 5-4 fashion, but you know what? It was a fair comeback from Anomaly. I did not see that coming, but unfortunately, a little too late in the end.
all for naught. A 3-0 spanking for the side of Anomaly. That was a very close overload, but a 3-0 win nonetheless. Let's take a look at your scoreboard. 42 kills for Highs, 4,600 damage, 31 non-traded kills. The man was on a mission on Den Overload. That is a fantastic game for them to finish it off in a 3-0 fashion. Quite illustrious was the beatdown that Anomaly just gave, and now they will go on to winners semifinals to play against the Carolina Reapers, and that is going to be a fantastic match.
Yeah, that is going to be a fantastic map. Nonetheless, winners final, and nonetheless, they've opportunity still to go to that grands between the two of these sides. Whether they do it this way or whichever team wins and the other team drops down into that losers bracket, still a chance to run it back again later on in that grand final. But that'll all be coming tomorrow. It's been some fantastic matches to watch and some fantastic plays that we have seen. We've seen streaks of 10, streaks of 12. Like what? This is comp. This is not your pub game. I can't. It takes me about 6 minutes in a game to get 12 kills in a row without dying, and they've done it in a matter of minutes, like not even minutes, like seconds, literally, like unbelievable. Blink of an eye before you know he's on 12, and I'm like, Ice needs to be stopped. He definitely needs to be stopped. But what a fantastic one, Shifty. It was been pleasure as well to join inside you to do some casts with you for this Las Vegas Inferno Major 2 as well. I don't know if you're.
Oh, the pleasure's
back,
yeah.
Are you back
Pleasure's
tomorrow
all
doing
mine.
some stuff as well? I'm not sure.
Yes, yes, I believe so. I will be back around this time tomorrow as well, doing some more of the Vegas Major. I'm excited to be back, and thank you, Mark, for being alongside me. It's been an interesting day of Call of Duty. We've seen some really high highs, we've seen some really low lows, but you know what they say, Championship Sunday, baby. That is where all the good stuff is at. So if we do get an opportunity, are you going to be commentating tomorrow?
I should be. I've made myself available.
Sweet.
I don't know what plans and script are for it, but yeah, definitely look to see what Sunday brings. There's going to be plenty of action still to come. The other rounds that we're going to be looking forward to seeing as well down in that loser, Outbreak versus Omni Invicta, Zoned Out Gaming versus California Girls. They're going to be the other matches that to keep an eye on come Sunday. EQ is coming up next though, and we're going to have an interview here as well by none other than the MVP himself from that last one. It is Heis.